Let's go in the other direction. Inhale as your head goes back, and exhale as it comes forward. Now inhale, look up. Exhale, look down. Inhale, look up. And exhale, look down. Once again, inhale, look up. Exhale, look down. Come to the center and let's look from side to side. Once again, come to the center and ear to shoulder. Good. Stop the practice. Interlock your fingers together. Extend the arms up and slightly back. And release the arms. Right hand on left knee and twist back. Chest open, shoulders pushed back. Then come back to the center. Again, interlock your fingers together. Extend the arms up and slightly back. And then release the arms, left hand on right knee and twist back. And come back. Now place your hands flat on the floor in front of you. Walk forward, place your forehead, nose or chin on the floor. Slowly walk back. Place both hands on either side of the right knee and then walk forward. And slowly walk back. The same thing on the other side. And walk back. Now, place the right hand on the floor next to you. Reach out with the other hand, look up. Good. Come back. Same thing on the other side. So again, reach out, look up, and come back. Now extend both legs wide apart. Get used to really rolling the thighs in here so that you're leaning forward rather than leaning back, and then walk your arms out. Yeah, focus on a straight back. Monica, push your knees down, further down. Yep, okay, come back. Now place both hands on either side of the right leg and then walk forward. And walk the hands back. Now hands on either side of the left leg and walk forward. And walk back. Now bend your left leg at the knee. Take the left hand up and out to the side. Then come back and then place the right hand on the left knee and twist back. And come back. Now take the left leg out, right leg in. Take the right hand up and out to the side. And come back. And now the left hand on the right knee and twist back. And come back. Now place both hands and knees on the floor. And let's start with the tiger breathing. Inhale, look up, push your belly button to the floor. Exhale, push your chin into your chest, curve your back, pull the tailbone in. Inhale, look up. Exhale, push your chin into your chest, curve your back, pull the tailbone in. Once again, inhale, look up. And exhale, push your chin into your chest, curve your back, pull the tailbone in. Come back to your base position, start your wrist stretches. Stop with both hands facing you. Start to rock back and forth. And side to side. Now stop the practice. Bring your hands back to their original positions. Place your toes on the floor. Lift your knees up off of the floor. Push your tailbone up. Keep the knees bent. Keep the thighs rolled in. Keep the shoulders drawn away from each other. Now slowly start to straighten one leg, then the other leg. And you're gently walking in place. Then straighten both legs, roll the thighs in. Now inhale, bring the right leg forward on the outside of the right hand. Place the left knee on the floor. Look over your right shoulder at the left ankle. And then go back. Now bring the left leg forward on the outside of the left hand, right knee on the floor. Look over your left shoulder at your right ankle. And go back. Now bring the right leg forward in between both hands. Place the left knee on the floor. Push the hips down and rock from side to side. Now push that heel into the floor as you extend back. And come forward. And extend back. Come forward again. And extend back. And come forward. Good. Now switch legs. Take the right leg back, left leg forward. Right knee on the floor. Push the hips down. Rock from side to side. Now push that heel into the floor and extend the leg back. Come forward and extend back. And come forward again. And extend back. Good. And once again, come forward, bring the other leg forward as well. And hang here, allow the top of the head to face the floor. Arms dangling forward. And slowly, vertebra by vertebra, roll yourself up to a standing position. Good. Okay, shake your legs out, shake your hands out, and we'll start with the Surya Namaskar B. Bring your feet together, hands in the Namaskar Mudra. And let's begin. Inhale, take your hands all the way up, Utkatasana. Exhale, bend forward, place your abdomen on the thighs, straighten the legs, look forward, jump or step back into your Chaturanga. Lower yourself down and then push yourself up into upward facing dog. Exhale, go back into your downward facing dog. Inhale, bring the right leg forward and lift the arms up in Warrior One. Sink down. Make sure the thigh is parallel to the floor. Hands down, leg back, come all the way down, lift up into your upward facing dog. And then downward facing dog. Now bring the left leg forward, Warrior One. Hands down, take the leg back, sink all the way down again, push yourself up into into your upward facing dog, and then go back into your downward facing dog. Stay here. Breathe. Keep looking at your knees and breathe. Hands firm on the floor. Good. Look forward. Bend your knees and jump or step forward into Uttanasana. And then Utkatasana, hands up. Inhale, come up. And hands down. Hands in the Namaskar Mudra again. Second one. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Utkatasana. Exhale, bend forward, straighten the legs. Look forward. forward, jump or step back into Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Bring the right leg forward, warrior one. Hands down, leg back, Chaturanga, upward facing dog, downward facing dog, left leg forward, warrior one. Hands down, leg back, Chaturanga, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Stay here. Again, try to really lengthen the back, open the chest, breathe. Now look forward and step or jump forward into your Uttanasana. And then come up into Utkatasana, inhale, and hands down. Third one, hands in the Namaskar Mudra. And let's begin. Inhale, take your hands all the way up, Utkatasana. Exhale, hands down, straighten the legs, look forward, jump or step back into your Chaturanga. Slowly come down and push yourself up into your upward facing dog. Good. Downward facing dog. Right leg forward, hands up. Sink down. Hands down, go back into Chaturanga. Come down into your and lift up into your upward facing dog. And then downward facing dog. Left leg forward, warrior one. Back foot should be on the floor. You're not lifting the heel up. Exhale, bring the hands down, go back into Chaturanga. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Look forward and then jump or step forward into your Uttanasana and then lift the arms up into Utkatasana, stand up and hands down. Good. Inhale, take your hands all the way up, Utkatasana. Exhale, place the hands on the floor, straighten the legs, look forward, step or jump back into your Chaturanga. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Right leg forward, hands up. Hands down, Chaturanga, upward facing dog, downward facing dog, left leg forward, hands up. Hands down, leg back, Chaturanga, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Stay here, breathe. Lengthen the back. Keep your breath always steady. Now left leg forward, hands up. Hands down, leg back. Come down into Chaturanga. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Now look forward, bend your knees, step or jump forward into your Utkatasana. Hands up. And hands down. Last one. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Utkatasana. Exhale, hands down, straighten your legs, look forward, jump or step back into Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Right leg forward, hands up. Hands down, leg back. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Left leg forward, hands up. Hands down. Leg back. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Look forward, step or jump forward into your Utkatasana. And come up and hands down. Good. Go into your child's pose. Relax. Relax. Okay, come up. Today's posture is the PARSVOTTANASANA, which is basically left leg, one leg forward, the other leg back. This is Uttanasana, right? Then we're doing PARSVOTTANASANA. So one leg goes back, and this is the posture. Back is straight, thighs are rolled in, and you could even extend the arms forward, place the forehead on the shins. Right? This is the PARSVOTTANASANA. It's great for your back. It's great for your hamstrings, for your legs. It strengthens the legs. It's great for your feet also. So let me see you guys doing this before we start, and then we'll do it again once we're done. So start PARSVOTTANASANA. Do it on the right side, everybody. And maybe if you turn to the right side, I'll be able to see everybody, like see your profiles. So right side PARSVOTTANASANA. Yeah. Make sure the space between the feet is, like 4 feet, 4.5 feet. That's how much you want. It shouldn't be very less. Monica, you can use blocks under your hands if you want. Yeah, use the blocks. Back, your legs, you should try to keep them straight. Look forward also. Push the right hip back. See what's happening. Stay there. Good. Okay, come out. All right, come into your downward dog. Come into the downward dog. Bring the right leg forward, lunge. Yeah, take the leg back. Left leg forward, lunge. Take the leg back. Again, right leg forward, lunge. And take the leg back. Left leg forward, lunge. And take the leg back. Now once again, bring the right leg forward. Now this is a lunge, so you're going to keep the back heel up. And now try to straighten the leg. Right? Like almost like PARSVOTTANASANA, you're straightening the leg. Now bend the leg. And straighten the leg. Bend, and a couple of times you're straightening. Notice what happens to the left leg. It should not be sleeping. So the back thigh should also be tight. Good. Okay. Now come back down to lunge. Take the right leg back. Bring the left leg forward. Again, here we're going to start pulsing. Straighten the left leg. Bend down. Straighten. Bend. Straighten again. Bend. And straighten, bend. Good. Now go back into your downward dog. Take the legs wide apart in downward dog. Extend backwards. Extend. Good. Now bring your feet together. Bring the feet together. Now, you're going to bring the right leg forward and come into your pigeon, Kapottasana. So you're bringing it forward, bringing the leg down. But don't get comfortable there. Yeah, it's just one smooth movement. It comes down, back toes can still remain on the floor. Try your best. Now go back into your downward dog. Left leg forward, Kapottasana. Yes, good. And go back. Then right leg. And go back. And left leg. And go back. And right leg. And go back, and left leg, and go back. Good. Now knees on the floor, go into your child's pose. Good. Now come into your downward dog again. Feet together this time. Now step forward into the right leg forward between the hands, and then come into Ekpada Uttanasana. So lift the left leg up, trying to keep the alignment, trying to keep the hips down, not open. Go back into the lunge, into lunge. Lift up again, Ekpada, and go back down. Lift up again, Ekpada, and go down. One last time, lift up, ek pada, and lift, go down. Now, right leg back, and bring the left leg forward into the lunge, and lift up, ek pada, and go back. Lift up, ek pada, and go back. Once again, lift up, ek pada, and go back. One last time, lift up, and go back. Good. Go back into your downward dog. Knees on the floor. Relax. Relax. Good. Okay. Now come into your downward dog again. Feet together, downward dog. Now lift the right leg straight up, like in Ekpada Adho Svanasana. One-legged downward dog. Toes down, heel out. You'll know that the toes are doing what they're supposed to be doing if you only feel your thighs and your shins. If you have awareness on the toes, then that means the toes are also active. The toes should be facing down, always. Bring the leg down, left leg up, toes down, hips squared. Satya, hold it. Go up and hold it. Yes, come down. Right leg up. And come down. Left leg up. And come down. Now once again, right leg up. And pulse there. Lift it slightly up and 1 inch up and down. Pulse it there. Keep rotating the thigh inward. That makes a huge difference to the other leg. Keep pulsing. Now bring the leg down. Left leg up. Again, pulse there. Yeah, good, good. Knee, leg down, go into your child's pose. Relax. Monica, try to sit back on your hips, on your heels when you relax. Yeah. Otherwise, the relaxation never completes. Yeah, good. Now, place your elbows on the floor like you would for the headstand. So take that proper distance, appropriate distance. Then hands clasped together, elbows on the floor. Your knees are still on the floor. Yeah, Monica, you don't need the blocks now. Yeah. Now, lift the knees up. Come into your dolphin. Push the elbows down. Feel that extension that happens, that stretch that happens on the upper body, on the shoulder blades when you try to push the elbows down. This will be difficult for you if you have a tight upper back. Now lift the right leg straight up and bring it down. Left leg up and down. Right and down. Left and down. Right and down. Tejasvi, do not bend the knee. Guys, do not bend the knees. Sit down. Okay, sit down everybody. Sit down. When you straighten the legs, the instructions are very precise. This is very different from this. When you do this, there's a different movement because your thighs have to work. But if you're bending your knee and lifting it up, if you're not working on keeping that knee straight, you're not using your thighs. You're not using anything basically. If you're not able to keep the thighs tight, if you're not able to really, because you're not even using your core. Okay, so again, go down, use your your headstand base, and let's do it again. Focus more on keeping that knee straight. It is about the entire movement, not just about the end product, end result. Yes, good Nidhi? Yeah, Monica, that's very good. Yeah, just do it just like that. Very nice. Okay. Good. Yes, much, much better. Very nice. Good. Good. Okay, knees on the floor, relax. Then we'll do a little bit of the pulsing. Yeah. All right. Now, once again, come back into your headstand base. Make sure it's firm on the floor. Your elbows, your wrists are firm on the floor. Now lift the knees up. Walk your feet closer to your face. As you walk your feet closer, then your back will curve. So prevent that from happening. Now, lift the right leg straight up and pulse there. Pulse. Just the right leg going up and down. Hip remaining steady. Hip not opening up. Good. Good. Bring the right leg down. Now left leg up. Pulse. Good. Knees on the floor, child's pose. Relax. Relax. Okay. Okay, have a sip of water. Just a sip. Do not gulp it down. Just a sip of water. All right. Now, stand up. Stand on the edge of your mat, like on the back edge of your mat. Yeah. Place your fingertips on the floor. Lift the right leg straight up so that you're in Uttanasana. And now start to walk your hands forward, keeping the leg elevated. Sink the hips down, come into your upward facing dog with the leg still elevated. Hips are down, leg is elevated. Upward facing dog with the leg up. Right leg straight up. Now slowly walk back. Yes. Now again, walk forward. Try your best in this because this is not this is an intermediate step. So just try your best in this. You have to go back and forth using only 3 limbs of the body. Right? Okay, so again, go back. The right leg is not coming down at all. It's the upper body which is really working on bringing you forward. Sinking the hips down, holding the hips up, leg is up, and then you go back. Good. Bring the leg down. Now left leg up. Take the left leg straight up like an Ekpada. Now place your hands on the floor and start to walk forward. Walk forward like you would coming from Uttanasana to upward facing dog. Then go back. Nidhi, that's good. Yeah, come forward again. And go back. Do not bring the left leg down at any point in time. The left leg remains elevated. That's how you're using your lower body. That's how you're using your core. Now walk forward again. And go back. Good. Bring the leg down. Keep your feet about 2 inches apart. Hold your ankles. Pull yourself down. Pull yourself down. Good. Come up. Take your legs wide apart for Trikonasana. Take the right foot out. Hands up. Hands out to the sides. Now, reach out to the right side. Place your hand on the ankle and lift the other hand up. Hands on the ankle, lift the other hand up. The only time you're not placing the hand on the ankle is if you have problems with keeping the back straight. So yes, you need to see for yourself. From here, bend the right leg, come into your PARSVOTTANASANA. PARSVOTTANASANA. Yes. Now once again, go back into Trikonasana. Hold your ankles. Trikonasana. Good. Come up. Right leg in, left leg out. Again, go down. Reach out, go down. Hold your ankle. Stay here. Keep pushing the hip forward. Stay. Good. Good. Raji, good. Monica, good. Very nice. Now bend your knee and come into your PARSVOTTANASANA. PARSVOTTANASANA. Stay there. Again, come into your Trikonasana. Good. Come up. Hands down. Now left leg in, right leg out. Yeah, now you need a little bit of space in front of you because you're going to do the Ardha Chandrasana. So inhale, take your hands all the way up. Exhale, out to the side. Okay, bend the right leg. Place the right hand on the floor. Okay, left hand on the waist. Let's make it a little simpler. Left hand on the waist. Extend the right hand 1 foot forward, 1 foot behind the right foot and lift up into your Ardha Chandrasana. Chest open. Activate the entire body. Just because you found your balance doesn't mean you stop the work. In fact, balance is the least of the important things here. Least level of importance is given to the balance in this posture. Now again, step back and come into your PARSVOTTANASANA. Again, PARSVOTTANASANA, extend the arm out. PARSVOTTANASANA. Good. And then come into your warrior two. Straighten the right leg. Then left leg out, right leg in. Yeah. Bend the left leg, come into your PARSVOTTANASANA first. So the transition that you're doing is PARSVOTTANASANA to Ardha Chandrasana. Place the right hand on the waist. Place the left hand 1 foot ahead, 1 foot behind your left leg and come into your Ardha Chandrasana. Maybe that's good. Yeah, okay, very nice. Good, now step back into your PARSVOTTANASANA. So you are actually lifting the arm up also in PARSVOTTANASANA. And then come back into your warrior two, hands down. Now the transition is going to be Trikonasana to Ardha Chandrasana. So left leg in, right leg out. Good. Inhale, take your hands all the way up, hands out to the sides. Bend to the right side, hold your ankle. Now, bend the right leg slightly. Place the hand across your ankle, across your foot, and then come up into your Ardha Chandrasana. So the difference is here you're going to land back into Trikonasana also. Hand up, left hand up. Take the left hand up. Yeah. Now, bend the right knee slightly and then go back into your Trikonasana. These are intermediate level transitions in the practice of yoga. Okay. Come up. Hands down, turn the right foot in, left leg out. Hands up, hands out to the sides. Now bend down into Trikonasana. And we did Trikonasana in the beginning of the week. So now you know what the Trikonasana is, what the body is supposed to be doing. Good. Now slightly bend your left leg. Place the left hand securely on the floor. Lift up into your Ardha Chandrasana. The right hand also up. Open the chest. Don't get frustrated if you're unable to balance. Just follow along. Now, step back into your Ardha Chandrasana. Step back into your Trikonasana. And come up and hands down. Walk the legs in. Walk the legs in. Good. Now, everybody has a chair. Yeah, bring your chair. Chair, stool, whatever. Stool also works. You can use an intact couch. Now we're going to study the positioning of the hips. Because everybody thinks their hips are doing the right thing, or they don't know what their hips are doing. Okay. If you want to make it more challenging, you can grab a block also, and I'll tell you what to do with the block. If you don't have a block, that's fine. Okay. So first let's start with Uttanasana. Bring your feet close together, feet touching. Okay. Bend forward, place your elbows on the seat of the chair. The iyengar chairs are sort of hard, so if you want to put like a blanket on top of the chair, you can. These chairs tend to be very hard. Yes. Now here, push your hips back. Okay? Do not lean forward you're not leaning on the chair, you're resting on the chair. So you push your hips back. That will extend the spine. Stay there. Stay there. Lift the chest. Yeah, good Satya. Yes, that's lifting the chest. That's very good. Yes. Nidhi, try to straighten the knees more. Raji, walk a little forward with your feet. Like come forward. More. Yeah, now push the hips back. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Yeah. Okay. Now everybody knows these is your hips are squared now. Okay? Now, place your hands on the chair, on the seat of the chair. You have to square the hips and go into PARSVOTTANASANA. You were in Uttanasana right now. Your hips should be the same in PARSVOTTANASANA. Take the right leg forward under the chair, left leg back. So increase the distance between your feet, 4.5 feet at least. Lift the chest. So even here you're lifting the chest. Okay, which means lift the sternum, bring the sternum forward. Don't slouch, like lift the sternum forward. Inner edge of the left foot, push it back. Okay, listen to what I'm saying and try to do it within the body. Try not to look at me, just see what your own body is doing. Roll the left thigh in with an awareness on the inner edge of the left foot. Push that back. Push the inner right groin back. This helps in creating space in the hip, which helps in keeping the hip square. Good. Now everybody keep the hips exactly like this. Do not move even a millimeter. And place your elbows on the floor. On the seat of the chair. Do not move your hips. Do not compensate with the hips. If you're unable to put the elbows on the floor, on the chair, then that's also okay. But do not move the hips. Do not move the hips. Yes. Keep rolling the inner left foot out. Keep rolling the inner right groin out. Out means back, behind you, as though there's a block between your thighs. Stay there. Okay, Monica, your hips have sort of tilted now. You'll have to again push that right hip further back. Okay, now for those of you who can, try to straighten the back without moving the hips. Straighten the back. Yeah. Yes, very nice. Raji, that's good. Nidhi, that is good. Very good. Monica, that's good. Okay, everybody in Nisha's house. Okay, good. Good. Okay, everybody's doing this really well. Good. Now come up. Now the same thing on the left side. Gitanjali, can you move so that I can see your profile? Can you turn to one side. Okay, you can move the laptop also. Yeah, okay. Alright, now again, keep the distance between both feet the same. So So if it was 4.5 feet, it also depends on your height. So 4.5 feet if you're 5 feet, at least 5 feet. If you're less than 5 feet, then you can make it a little less than 4.5 feet, little less. Okay, now first hands are on the seat of the chair and you focus on squaring the hips. So you rotate the right thigh in and you rotate the left thigh in. This is the basics. Now take your awareness to the inner edge of the right foot. Push it back. Push it back behind you. Awareness on the left upper inner groin. Roll it inwards and back. There's a huge difference between rotating in and rotating in and back, so try to explore that difference. Keep your breath very normal. Yeah, now bring your elbows down to the chair without modifying the hips. These are square hips. And you should not be bending the knees also. It's okay not to come all the way down, but it is not okay to compensate with the hips. Yes, keep rotating outwards. Inner groin on the right side. Inner foot. Inner groin on the left side, inner foot on the right side. Good. And come up. Come up. Okay. Now, who has a bolster? How many of you have a bolster? Okay, if you have a bolster, get it. If you don't have a bolster, that's also fine. And we still need the chair. Yeah, basically you need something to rest the head on. Okay, great. Now watch. I'm going to do it on the left side. My left leg is coming forward, right leg is going back. Okay, so the same distance that you did before. And again, you get into position. What I see in most students, and a lot of students who don't practice with awareness, is that they are in such a hurry that they don't go step by step. They skip steps. In doing the asanas, you skip steps, and then the final step the final asana doesn't come. Okay? So, pretend you're a beginner, even if you've been in class forever. So you go step by step. I stay here, I make sure that my inner left hip is going back, like inner left groin is pushed back. I make sure my left foot is also pushed back. The flow of energy goes back for the lower body. I can tell when you guys are doing that, because when your energy is not going back, it's like this. It's coming forward. This is where your energy is going back. This is where the energy is coming forward or just stagnating. Okay? So you have to make sure that you're rotating completely. Then now you're gonna adjust a little bit. So you're gonna keep the hips square and then see if you can hold the seat, the legs of the chair. Okay? Hold wherever you can. You don't have to come all the way down. Okay? Because the important thing is to keep the hips square. You do not have to come all the way down. You could just be here. But you keep holding tight so that you can square the hips. This is a hip that looks squared, but it's not squared. This is a hip which is squared. Okay? And for those of you who have a little more flexibility, you could place your forehead here and then place your hands on the floor. Yeah? So till wherever you can, go ahead step by step. You get marks for steps. You don't get marks for the final product, for the final answer. If you have a question, you can ask me now. Like, you guys go ahead and practice, but whoever has a question, you can ask. Okay, go ahead. Step by step. Flow of energy goes back. Yeah, focus on those squared hips. Good, Monica. Monica, you can extend the arms down further so that, it's not tight. You can extend the arms, like that, yeah. Yes, okay. Good, guys. Very nice. Nice. Okay. Guys, switch legs. Very good. Very good. Step by step. You're getting graded on each step that you do. The more the steps, the better the final posture. So now the left leg or the right leg forward, left leg back, whichever, the opposite leg. Tejasvi, touching the hips will not show you. You have to make sure the inner groin is pushed back. You have to make sure that the opposite leg is pushed back. Yeah. Yes. Like that. Good. Very nice. Yeah. Yes. Nice, guys. Stay. Stay there. So this is a really nice variation because here your mind and your brain are relaxed. Yet your lower body is working. So this is I really like doing this variation of the asana. So just hold it. Okay, come out. Come up. Do you see, are you happy with the way you're doing this asana? Do you see a difference between the first time you were doing it and now? If you do, can you raise your hands? Do you feel your body is more open, like your lower body? If yes, okay. Okay, anyone have back pain? Sometimes the glutes also hurt. You know, either the right or the left glute, depending on which one is tighter. Sometimes you may feel a pain. It's a pain which happens deep in the glute muscles, in the gluteus muscles. Okay? That happens when you overstretch. Okay, and that just requires some time to heal. Okay, now the final posture without the props. So you guys have done a good job with the props. Okay, keep in mind however far you've gone. You've done a good job with the props. Now imagine you don't have the props. Yeah, Raji, you have a question? Yes.
So when I was doing with the prop, right, and with the headrest, when I took the left hand back, right, the right hand I could find I know it's active and I'm able to rotate, but the left hand somehow I felt it was very easy.
Sorry, the right leg you felt?
I know it was active, the groin was moving, I was able to turn it.
Right.
But the left felt very loose and easy.
Okay, so the left was loose and it was a little more difficult to turn it?
No, it was easy. I mean, it was very easy.
Oh,
I don't know.
Okay. Okay, that's good. See, like stiffness is an issue and lots of flexibility both become an issue. Both you have to deal with when you do asanas. So it's, yeah, you should know. Usually it's the right leg which is very easy for people to do. But if for you it's the left leg, then you know it's fine. It's just how the body is. But it's good to notice stuff like that also. Okay. Now I want you guys to do the asana pretending you have the props there, but you don't have the props. Okay, so just like you just did. Okay, so if you everybody had like a thing in front of them, like where you rested the forehead or you rested your arms, right? So now pretend you still have that thing where you're resting. So my bolster is there. So maybe my head was somewhere here. And my arms were holding the seat of the chair, but I mean the legs of the chair, but I'll go down. So pretend you still have those props. Pretend you still have those props and do the same asana again. Yeah? So let's try that on the right side, then the left side. Pretend you still have the props. Play with your mind like that. Yeah, so again, step by step. Inner right groin pushed back, inner left leg pushed back, all of that. Every single instruction. Nidhi, take the legs wider apart. Gitanjali, your legs should be in closer to each other. Like, you know, like one leg is on the right side of the mat, the other leg is on the left side. Bring them kind of closer. Yeah. Okay, guys, go ahead. Pretend you're still resting the forehead. Yeah, good, Monica. Good, guys. Good. Switch legs. Good. Do it with this much deliberation. You see, you have to pretend that the block is there. You have to pretend that the bolster is there. How does that change your asana? But Satya, start from 1. Like, you don't place your hands on the floor first. Start from 1, which is separate the legs. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Good. Good. Yeah. Much better. Very nice. Come up. Come up. Now, those of you who have blocks, use blocks. Those of you who have a chair, use a chair. We're just going to extend the back slightly because I want to take you one step further. Now you're doing your PARSVOTTANASANA. We're going to take it one step further using props. So if you have a stool, use a stool. If you have blocks, use blocks. You don't need a bolster. You just need a chair. So if you have a chair, which most of you do, or a stool, okay, you're going to bring the right leg forward, left leg back. Again, start with step 1, which is like keeping the legs wide, squaring the hips. Then you're going to place your hands on the chair, or you're going to place your hands on the blocks, right? And then you're going to, again, square the hips, roll the right thigh in, push the left leg out. And then when you're in your final position, push out. Keep the hips squared, push out. Okay? So the hips will remain stationary. It's the upper body which is extending. And then stay there. Come as close to this leg as you can. If you're using blocks, extend the blocks forward. And come as close to this leg as you can. Keep the hip squared. Keep the hip squared. Do not compensate with the hip. You're just stretching a little bit more. And be careful with this because you don't want to overstretch the muscle. Smriti, lean back on your heels. You have to lean back, yeah. You have to imagine that somebody is pulling your hips back. Everybody tighten the thighs. Roll the thighs inwards. Yeah. Very good, Monica. Good. Okay. Once you're done with extending, you can switch legs. Go ahead and switch legs. And then the same thing. The side of your body which is more flexible, you need to rein it in. You need to make sure that it doesn't just go out of alignment. It has to be disciplined. More flexibility means less awareness. It means less discipline. Good. Stay there. Stay. Breathe. Yeah. Satya, try to tighten your left leg. Good. Good. Come up. Come up. Shake your legs out. Have a sip of water. You still need your chair. If you have a chair or a stool, today we're going to do Shavasana with the legs elevated. You still need it. Don't, put it away. Okay, now you're going to come into Shavasana. You can use a blanket under your head or even a block under your head, and we're going to elevate the legs. On a stool, on the side of a couch, anything. Legs up. For those of you who want, you could even do Bhatt on the edge of the seat, or you could just extend the legs out. Legs are wide. Feet are falling to the side. Yeah. Yes, rest. Quieten the groin. Quieten your abdomen. Forget about the breath right now. Focus on quieting the abdomen. See if you want to try Baddha Konasana. If you want to try, if you don't, that's also fine. The Baddha Konasana will be on the edge of the seat. Your feet are essentially just resting on the edge, like propped up on the edge of the, And do it only if it's comfortable. If it's not, then come out and go into your regular Shavasana with the legs raised. Gently bring your awareness back into your own body. Start to move your fingers and your toes. Move your face from side to side. Then turn to the right. With your left hand, bring yourself up into any comfortable seated meditative asana. Sit with your back straight, your shoulders relaxed, your eyes closed. Bring your hands together in the Namaskar Mudra. Start rubbing your hands together and place them on your closed eyelids.